Hey everybody, had a good idea, bad plan when it came to putting these speakers here. So I had this one coming loose and yeah, so these little rubber wedges in here just not doing it. So on to plan B, 7, yeah, whichever one it is. I got some, what is this, 1/2" PVC. I'm gonna try cutting this down, maybe painting it black, shoving it in here, and then tightening this up on it, and hopefully that'll suck up all the extra play that's in here. Otherwise, it's on to plan triangle purple or something. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
We can rebuild it better, stronger, louder.
So the next issue that needs to be addressed is this Bluetooth module here. So whenever I take the phone and I just plug it in, or not plug it in, I sync it up with the Bluetooth, and I'm listening to YouTube or what we've got, Pandora, Spotify, all kinds of other things. It just sounds hollow, just empty. It's loud, it sounds okay, but it's just, you can't play with it at all. There's no equalizer on it. So I went and just grabbed a headphone jack, plugged it into here. Night and day difference, tons better. So I'm gonna make this overly complicated and go ahead and put in one of these line level converters on. I went ahead and attached some little pieces of wire I had, and I'm gonna put speaker inputs on this side. Take the speaker inputs that come out of the dash that are supposed to go to the dash speakers into here for the line in. Then we've got some gain adjustments that we'll have on here, and it'll put out to an RCA plug. From there, we're gonna output the RCA plug to a 3.5mm regular headphone jack, which can then be plugged into the amplifier, which can then put a lot more sound out of all the extra speakers. Because this right here, this dash unit, it's weak. It doesn't really have a lot of wattage to it, and it's not gonna sound as great as you think it's going to when you put like 4 and 6 speakers onto it. So that's why I wanted the amplifier. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get this project started. Yay! I'm not gonna bore you with the disassembly. I'm gonna take these things off, and I'm gonna pull this controller unit off, and I'm gonna put it over on the driver's side because this is just too far away for me. All right, so I went ahead and got this swapped out and got the piece of PVC in there, and I'm actually really surprised at how strong that is. And I don't want people thinking that I'm like going easy on this thing, but it doesn't really move. I mean, it's that rubber pad in there really holds it tight. I've got the rubber piece along the speaker and the handle side right here. That is very sturdy. Way sturdier than just shoving some rubber in there. So I might need to extend this out a little bit. I'll get these hooked up, go over to the other side, get it swapped out, and onto the wiring. All right, so I got these little pieces over here outside painted and drying, and got these little plugs on here, and got the wires for my interesting little setup here. So the premise is connect the phone via Bluetooth to the dash radio as normal. The speaker outputs that would go to the dash are going to get plugged into our converter here, which gives us gain control, RCA outputs, goes down the line, plugs into the amplifier, which is then plugged into the dash speakers and bullet speakers. Now let's go ahead and wire this up and see if something catches fire. So this is fun. Got the wires pulled through that went to the factory speakers up on the dash, and have my connectors right here, went to plug them in together, and these are of course the smaller style. So I'm going to use my trusty little snippers here to go ahead and just trim them down a little bit. Just know that these are skinnier than like your average just spade quick connect. I'm not sure of a size. Smaller. Ooh, easy there, killer. All right, went ahead and got all these things put on, got them all jammed up in there, shrinky dinks put on, and we're gonna go ahead and melt these together and keep on with the wiring and go on up to the speakers. My favorite part about shrinky dinks. Ah, so satisfying. So I got the wires rerun back under the dash instead of over to that corner side. Just kind of brought them up under over here. Stuck them right in between the boot. It's hard to see, but maybe you can hear. That's Velcro, or hook loop fastener, in case there's a trademark on that. Yeah, we got that mounted right there. I think that looks pretty good. And then it's at least easier to reach from the driver's side. It's easier to reach down and not take hands off wheels and leaning halfway across the cart trying to reach this other side. That was just kind of dangerous. So got the little tubes back from the outdoor paint shop, and there's a little divot, if you notice, like right here in your windshield. This tube can sit right inside of there and fit right in the curve of the speaker. And let's see if you can see that before the shadow grabs it. Right there. There's your tube. And we're just going to go ahead and tighten it down right there on the curve. So there we have it. Got the bullet speakers on with that little controller over on the other side. I still need to put the glove box back. Whoops. They are not going anywhere. For sure this time. Okay. And there's how we have it run, just right around there and under the boot. Let's take a walk across the road and just see how loud it is. And here we are right behind the cart, and the volume on the dash says 5, so it's decently loud on 5. And here we are across a huge cul-de-sac, and hopefully you can hear this pretty good.